Predicts an ascension, love me or hate me, there's no in between. So we got 5 dead in apparent murder suicide on Long Island and Syosset. Yo, that's crazy, bro. Apparently this guy can't pronounce his name. They got this accent with them on Long Island, Dolce Jr. or some shit, right? Apparently they buried him and his siblings. They buried his mother when she was 95. They buried her a couple of days ago. He bodied everybody yesterday. I think it was Sunday or Saturday. He bodied everybody. This is a crazy thing. It's a real tragic situation. Not only did he deleted himself, he bodied his niece and his 3 siblings. Apparently it was about some type of situation with the will, and he was going to lose the home because, you know how it is. They want to sell the home. Everybody wants to make some type of money and stuff like that. So I guess they would have split it 4 ways or whatever. So he bodied everybody, man. He sent everybody up to their mama. That's crazy. Sent everybody up to their mama and their grandmama. That's crazy. He in hell right now, most likely. But he sent everybody to meet their mama. He said, y'all miss mommy so much. Y'all trying to cut me out the will. Bodies, 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 bodies. It's crazy, man. Check out the news clip. Fair use NBC News, Channel 4.
At approximately 11:58 hours, 9/11 male shot himself on the front lawn. That address is 76 Wyoming Court in Syosset. That subject has been identified as Joseph DeLucia, D-E-L-U-C-I-A. He's a junior. He was 59 years of age. He was born 4/12/1965 and lived at that address. Officers found him with a self-inflicted gunshot wound to his chest. He was pronounced at the scene. Officers then went into the house to clear the house and make sure if anybody else was injured. Inside, as the commissioner said, in the rear den area, 4 individuals were found with multiple gunshot wounds that were expired. Those victims have now been identified as the siblings and niece of the subject, Joseph. They are Joanne Kearns, K-E-A-R-N-S. She's 69 years old. She lived in Tampa, Florida. Frank DeLucia, D-E-L-U-C-I-A, 64 years old. He was from Durham, North Carolina. Tina Hammond, H-A-M-N-O-N-D, 64, from East Patchogue. And her daughter, Victoria Hammond, 30 years old, also from East Patchogue. When officers arrived and found those victims, they immediately called EMS. EMS came, pronounced those individuals at scene. All of these siblings were the children of Joseph DeLucia Sr. and Teresa DeLucia. Teresa passed away on August 19th of this year, and her funeral was the 23rd. 3 days later, this incident occurred. As well as many of you have already reported, the perception of Joseph Jr. was that he was being cut out of the will and was going to be displaced without a place to go. He did have past mental issues, psychological issues that were reported to us that we still have not confirmed. Because of that perception, he decided that day to get a loaded Mossberg shotgun, 12 gauge, approach them in the rear area of the house, and from the kitchen fired 12 shots, striking all 4 of them multiple times. He then took the weapon, went out onto the front lawn, was shouting indiscriminately about what had happened. A neighbor heard him doing this, called 911, and that was our 911 caller. He then self-inflicted shot to the chest and killed himself. As the commissioner said, if anybody has somebody that they think has issues, they should be calling us. We're not saying this incident could have been averted, but maybe it could have. This is the weapon he used. It's a pump-action shotgun. It was recovered at the scene. It has no alterations to make it illegal. This is a legal possessed shotgun. But if he was reported to be mentally unstable, this may be illegal for him to possess. Does that make sense? Okay. When this happened, they arrived to meet the realtor, as you all are aware of. They brought Starbucks. They were assembled in the den area. The brother had stayed behind. There were 13 overall shots, 12 to the victims, 1 to the subject. there's only one prior call to this house for a well check of him. That person had called in 2022. He was not displaying any signs of anything that we would take action to take him against his will, that he was dangerous to himself or others at that time. But that is the only call. He has only one prior arrest for DW impaired. That was 1983, and that's all we have on him. Does anybody have any questions?
Damn, bro, he deleted the whole family, all his siblings and his niece, just about the. This is crazy, bro. That's insane. He sent all of them to his mother. Sent them all to their mother. He in hell right now over an inheritance dispute. Seemed like it. He probably didn't want to leave the house because he grew up in a house, probably. Syosset, or Syosset, Long Island. He probably grew up over there. He didn't want to sell the house. His brother Durham was in Durham, North Carolina. One of his other siblings, she was 69. She seemed like she was the oldest out of all of them. She's pushing 70. She lives in Florida. And the mother, his other sibling, and his niece lived in Patachua, Long Island. So they all had homes. He probably stayed there for the longest. And he's 59. He's not thinking about moving right now. He probably wanted to keep the house. They probably was like, no, we can sell the house and make some money, this, and the third. So I can imagine how the whole shit, you know, they're going to uproot him because they already left. They got roots everywhere else. Now their families got to, now their immediate families got to go bury them now. And shit like that. That's crazy. Bodies. This is crazy, bro. That is a lot of people on edge, man. Especially someone that's 59 who knows if he's still working or maybe lost his job. He probably didn't want to get uprooted. It's going to take about, what, 6 months to sell that home? He wasn't being optimistic. I'm just going to give him my opinion. I'm on the outside looking in, but he's not being optimistic. It's much expensive more now to rent, but if he didn't have no capital, he would probably been able to put down for the house. But his mom's probably never put him on a deed. She probably put him on a will, but never put him on a deed of the house, to leave him the house or something like that. That could have been avoided if he just said, yo, Ma, just put me on a deed of the house, this, and the third, the house is paid off. Let me just put me on a deed, because I don't want to never leave. He probably don't have a girlfriend. It seemed like he might not have been married either. They're not saying he was married, a girlfriend, or he had children. I don't know. You're going to get more developments to this story, but that's some sad shit, bro. People on edge, man. 2024 was crazy. 2025 will be even more fucking crazy if this come drinking knee pad Harris get back in fucking office. Because we don't need that shit, B. You can't trust a woman that ain't had no own kids, man. That she never had her own kids. And she adopted kids from the other race. That's talk about white supremacy. White men are racist, but you wouldn't marry one and took care of his kids. That's crazy. Make it make sense, B. When you was calling Donald Trump a racist. That don't make no sense if you hate white men so much. You're going to marry one. But anyway, I digress. That's off the topic. But try to get yourself some help, man. It's looking crazy out here. Self-deletion is not the way, and deleting your family ain't the way neither, bro. He should have been more optimistic, man. I feel for this guy, DeLucia Jr. I feel for him. I feel bad for him. Even though he was a shooter, I feel bad for him. I feel bad for the family, but he wasn't optimistic. Homes ain't selling like they used to, bro. Because y'all would have marked that home up so bad, y'all would have had to mark it down for like another 6 months. You've been in for about 6 months to a year. You know what I'm saying? You'd probably had your capital up. I don't know if he was working or not, but God rest their souls, man. You know what I mean? It is what it is, B. Predicts Ascension. Love me and hate me. There's no in between. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Help me out the algorithm. Try not to delete yourself going into the winter months. We know how December and Thanksgiving, Christmas makes a lot of people on edge and depressed. You ain't gotta worry about that shit. You can't afford gifts, man. Can't afford gifts. Fuck them. Ain't gonna do shit with them anyway. Use it for a couple of months and throw it to the side anyway. It is what it is, bro. This is the most disposable society you ever lived in. No one cherishes any of their things anymore. If it ain't materialistic or high value to someone else to make another person jealous or make another person feel some kind of way, stunting on people, especially in the black community, you ain't gotta kill yourself, man, trying to get Christmas gifts this year. Fuck them. Get some gift cards, man. I think niggas would be happy with a Cheesecake Factory gift card, so they can eat once in a while around this motherfucker. Because you can't eat jeans and Amiri t-shirts and Gucci. That's a fact, nigga. Because it's going to be a cold winter, man. And cuffing season's coming up, man. I'm going to do a video next month about cuffing season. Don't get it twisted, because they're going to shut shit down again, and you're going to be stuck with that person during cuffing season. So don't play yourself. Try to live on your own terms, man. This is what it is, man. Help me out with the algorithm. Like the video, man. Like, comment, share, subscribe. You already know. It is what it is.